Gijoe fans, I'm JoeFan82 here with another action figure review. Today I am looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Firefly figure. Big thanks to Bill Pagan for sending this in to the channel for review. I really appreciate your generosity there, Bill. And here he is in the package, beautiful Cobra Island packaging. This is a highly sought after figure that is very hard to find, pretty much impossible to find at retail. And here he's in the package. We've got a couple symbols here on the side. This is figure 21 out of however many classified figures there's been. Here's the back with Cobra Island. I really like this detail they put in on this artwork, highlighting a couple of locations there on the island itself. And some decent artwork there. Would have liked it maybe if he was not so shaded, but some decent artwork. And let's take a closer look inside. In the packaging, there's a pretty good graphic here for the Terrordrome and the Firebat coming out. Here he is out of the package. He is, of course, based on the vintage figure we saw back in 1984, and I feel like there are some very distinct similarities between the vintage figure and this guy. We've seen a lot of versions in between. But here is the classified 6-inch version, and I think he's looking pretty good. This head sculpt is really nice. Unfortunately, mine seems to have gotten a little bit pinched there on the top. You might be able to see right where the solid gray meets the camouflage. But some great detail on this sculpt. Beautiful camouflage pattern, dark and some really light colors there. And kind of an opposite version of Beachhead, right, on this head sculpt with the balaclava. Looks like also maybe his face has some possible scarring underneath from some mishaps with his explosives, but really nice job on the head. Big difference with this guy is he's wearing this sort of bomb disposal armor. A lot of fans were unhappy with that he came with that, but that's what he's wearing. I'm not too upset by it. He's got a shoulder pad there, or a shoulder armor, piece of armor that's pretty flexible on two little pieces that come across, and it's got a beautiful red Cobra logo on over his shoulder like some of the other figures have, but this is on the armor instead of his shirt. Back of the armor is solid gray, still some nice detail. He's got three, I'm guessing those are grenades or something similar, over his left shoulder. I think they did a good job on this secondary. Lots of nice detail in the sculpt. The lower half of the figure carries on that beautiful camouflage pattern. His gloves and boots are in the same dark gray. And some really great detail again across the sculpt on this. You can see all the little folds and the material. Looking good down there as well. Alright, his articulation, his head is on a ball joint, nice up and down movement, full 360, and there is a bit of a ratchet here, so you can ratchet down his head, and he does clear that uniform. I was questioning whether he would be able to. I mean, the bomb disposal thing, so he can look up and down pretty good on a nice solid ratchet. His arm does not go all the way up because of that shoulder piece there, and mine does not go all the way up, I guess from the grenades, but full 360 all the way around, and full 360 on that side too. He does have some double jointed elbows and full 360 at the wrist, and this wrist has a joint there at the base of the palm going up and down, and this hand looks like it has it on the lateral side, near where the thumb and the other side of the hand are. He does have a chest cut, a joint right there in the chest. You can't see it because of his armor, but it's there. And so it doesn't really serve too big of a purpose with this armor on, and I'm okay with that. And he does have a joint at the waist, which is really tight on mine, but he can turn. Legs go up about so far. Mine are pretty decent shape. I've heard of others that have terrible issues with the legs. They've broken right out of the package, but mine have no issue at all. So I'm not sure what the problem is there. Maybe some of them have there was a production defect or something, but mine seemed pretty stable and fine. We've got a swivel here at the thigh, double jointed knees, very solid knees, as with pretty much all the other figures. The legs are very solid joints. Swivel at the top of the boot, very well disguised joint. He has an up and down movement there at the top of the foot and rocker ankles. He comes with a pair of goggles. These are in very dark gray and red painted on lenses. This fits on his face very well. It's not loose at all. It doesn't feel too tight to me, but it's got a decent sculpt, not too much detail. Mine's a little catty-wunkus there. Let me just straighten that out there. Much better. He needs to look sharp if he's going to be doing some sabotaging. Looks very nice. Solid black backpack with some added paint details on some of the tools that he will be using for his sabotaging, and very nice detail in the sculpt, and you'll notice a couple holes and spots where some of his other accessories fit on. Yowza! He comes with some dynamite, red sticks of dynamite, looking really nice. He only can hold it really by poking his finger through this notch on the back, which is better than nothing, I guess, but it would have been nice if he could have actually sort of held it properly. But decent detail on this accessory, and harkens back to the old other figures. And see, there's this notch, and this slides onto his backpack, the bottom of his backpack, and it has to go on this way, and it snaps on very securely. You'll hear it snap on, and that's how it looks, and it looks pretty good. Comes with this very detailed gun, lots of detail on this, and it looks fantastic, except for that little peg sticking out of the side. You'll see it there, and there's a reason for that. He can store it on his backpack, so he doesn't have to carry it if he's trying to run away from a bomb before it explodes. So it snaps into this hole on his backpack very securely, not loose at all, not going to fall off, and looks pretty good. Something new that I don't think we've ever seen with a Firefly figure before is a drone. It's a solid black drone with a painted on red lens. Mine's a little off center there. Some fans on the top for flying around, and he comes with two little legs, some nice detail there on the legs. And he's got a little fan in the back for going forward, and the legs are actually articulated. They can bend up and down, and this can actually slide right onto his backpack. You take the feet, plug it into those notches there on the top, very snug, and tilt this part down, and there you go. Easy storage, and doesn't look too bad. While he doesn't come with a phone, he does have this little device that can control his drone, sort of like a tablet, I guess, and this slides into his backpack for easy storage when he's not holding it. And you'll see here's a little circle in the inside of his backpack. It snaps in place perfectly right there, and very nice. Here he is, all geared up. All of his accessories are on him, and he's not even holding anything, which I think is pretty cool. Actually kind of prefer this over having too many accessories. Here's a look at some modern versions of Firefly, starting off with the 25th anniversary in the classic light gray camo, and then moving on to the Renegades version, which takes a few changes in the style. He's sort of wearing a bomb disposal jacket or vest there. Then moving on to the 50th anniversary figure, which darkens the whole aesthetic, and I actually kind of prefer that look. And then we move on to the classified version, which is sort of a marriage of the 25th and Renegade styles. I think he looks pretty good with the rest of the Cobra Command team in the classified line. After setting them up like this, I realized we've gotten a lot of big A-level, top-tier Cobra characters and not too many lower-level guys. We've got the infantry and the ninja there, but I feel like we should be seeing a lot more army builder types, Vipers, etc. in future waves, considering how many top tier named characters we've seen already. Firefly is a very solid entry into the classified line. Unfortunately, he suffers from lack of availability for the most part. A lot of people really want this figure but are unable to find him due to the Target exclusive nature of his distribution. So if you can find this guy, or for a decent price, I guess, I would highly recommend picking him up, but also know it's very likely we will see a future variation of this figure at some point. Hasbro loves reissues. Let me know what you think of Classified Firefly in the comments below. You can also see all my other Classified G.I. Joe figure reviews here on the channel. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.